You know, sometimes the biggest, most fascinating stories are hidden in places we look at every single day. So today, we're going to go on a little treasure hunt. And our map, it's something you've probably scrolled past 1,000 times, but never really read. Let's see what we can find.
So what do you think it is? What's the most ignored piece of text online? Is it maybe those terms and conditions you just click agree on, or that privacy policy that's like 50 pages long? Well, what we're looking at today is even more common. And yeah, it's hiding in plain sight at the bottom of every single YouTube page.
And there it is.
I know, it looks so boring, right? Just a jumble of corporate links. But I promise you, this is not just a footer. This right here, this is a blueprint. It's the entire operational manual for one of the most powerful media platforms on the planet. And together, we are going to decode it. All right, first up, let's get the foundation right. This first bunch of words, this is YouTube telling us its core identity as a company and laying down the fundamental rules that control everything that happens on the site. See how simple it starts? About, press, contact us. I mean, this is basically just YouTube shaking your hand and saying, hey, here's who we are. But then, bam, we get to that absolute powerhouse of a word, copyright.
Seriously, this one word is the whole reason YouTube can even exist. Think about it. Without a really strong, legally defined idea of copyright, a platform where millions of people are uploading videos every day would just collapse into chaos. It is the absolute bedrock of the entire system.
And the foundation just builds from there. So on one side, you have terms. That's the rule book you agree to follow when you use the site. And on the other, you have privacy. Those are the rules YouTube agrees to follow with your personal info. It's a two-way street, right? And these documents are the traffic laws. Okay, so we've got the rules of the playground, but a playground's no fun without any players, right? So who's actually in the game? Well, the next part of our blueprint reveals the engine that makes the whole creator economy go round. It's this perfect little triangle. You've got creators who make the amazing videos that bring us all here in the first place. Then you have developers, the ones building the tools and features that the creators use. And finally, you have the advertisers, who bring in the money that pays the creators and keeps the whole operation running.
So when you see a creator's name, let's just pick one, like Wokabuchi Coach, that's not just a channel. That name represents the first crucial gear in this massive economic engine. It stands in for the millions of people turning their passions into actual content.
And let's be real, this relationship is what it's all about. This simple list of words, creators, advertisers, developers, it describes this massive, multi-billion-dollar machine that has totally reshaped entertainment, media, even how we shop. So we've talked about the platform and the creators, but where do you fit into this whole thing? I mean, what about the viewer? Well, the next part of the blueprint defines your role and reveals the invisible forces that shape your experience every single time you hit play. This is the social contract. So if terms are the hard and fast legal rules, policy and safety, well, those are the community guidelines. This is YouTube's attempt to define what's okay and what's not, just to keep this giant global community from turning into a total mess. It's basically the playbook for being a good digital citizen. Just think about it for a second. You click on a video and then almost like magic, another one pops up that you might like, and then another. It feels so seamless, but it's not magic. And the answer to how that trick works is hiding right there in the next link. This is it. This link is where they pull back the curtain. It explains the algorithms that decide what you see next, how they moderate content, how creators actually make a living off this. This is the machine behind the curtain. And here's a little detail I find super interesting. You're not just a passive consumer here. By inviting you to test new features, the blueprint is basically admitting that your feedback and how you use the site are crucial for its future. You're an active participant, kind of like a beta tester for the future of video itself. So let's pull all these pieces back together. What started out as this really boring line of text is now starting to look a lot more like a sophisticated map of an entire digital world, right? As we get to the very end of the line, there's one last piece to this puzzle. It's really easy to miss, but it tells us something kind of profound about how this whole system is designed to work. Did you notice that date? It's in the future. Now, that's not a typo. It's a legal thing called forward dating, and it's signaling that these rules, this whole system, are designed to be in effect through the next few years. It's a statement that this blueprint is always looking ahead. So here it is, all laid out nice and neat. You've got the platform, which sets the whole legal foundation. You have the partners who build the economy on top of it. And then you have the user. That's us, navigating the system they've all created. Every single one of those words in the footer maps directly to a critical piece of this machine.
So when you get right down to it, what we've always dismissed as just boring legal stuff is actually the perfect summary of the power, the business, and the social structure of YouTube. The entire incredibly complex system has been sitting right there, waiting for us to actually read it this whole time.
This is the power of just looking a little closer. By learning to read one single line of text, you can start to see the hidden architecture of the digital world all around you. So my question for you is, now that you have the key, what other blueprints are you going to find?